So we're going to take another look at CSS and styling text, pages, and navigation. You will do this using the class selector in CSS. So why use CSS to style text? The real reason is because by changing the code in one place, you can change the text throughout the site. Take a look at this line of type in a website. This uses HTML, and it would have to be put in every single time you do a paragraph. Using CSS, the line just reads, simple context, ready for control. So let's take a look at the external CSS file, and we can see that we have defined the p tag, and it simply tells us that the font family is Verdana, font size is 12, and the color is black. Isn't that so much easier? So here are some things that you might style for text: font family, font size, font style, font weight, letter spacing, line height, margins, left, right, top, and bottom, text align like center, left, and right, text decoration, text indent, and word spacing. Font family can be one or more font family names separated by spaces. This is called the type stack. If the font family name is more than one word, enclose it in quotation marks. When using multiple font families, list them in the order of preference. The ability to render a particular font will depend on the fonts installed on the end user's system. Possible font families include Helvetica, sans serif, serif, times, etc. Font size can be set using small, extra small, medium, large, or you can actually use a percentage or a size like 18 pixels. Font style, possible values are normal, italic, oblique, i.e. 4 treats italic and oblique as the same, and some things like some versions of Mozilla don't recognize oblique at all. Font weight, or boldness of the font, possible variants are bold, bolder, light, normal, and they can also come in numerical values like 100, 200, 300, 400, 800, 900. The smallest is the lightest, the largest is the bolder. Letter spacing is spacing between characters set with length. Line height, spacing between lines, can be set with a length, a value number, or it can be a percentage. Margin left, margin right, margin top, margin bottom can be a value, so it can be like margin left 20, or it could be 20%. Text align can be text left, center, right, justified. Note that a lot of browsers really don't do justified. Text decoration, possible values are blink, line through, overline, underline. Text indent sets the index for the first line of a paragraph or block of text, just like you might use in InDesign. Word spacing is the spacing between words. Attaching style sheets and writing CSS. There are two parts to this, and the CSS style editor will do it to you all in Dreamweaver. Create an external style sheet, attach it as a link in your HTML file, calling it out. So here you see this on the screen, and you can see that there is a link to your external style sheet, and it's just a link with an href to the file. Here's what the external style sheet would look like. Notice not too much, but you do see the syntax. Here we see the body tag redefined, we see a div ID for wrapper, and we see a class for style 1. So this week, you'll use CSS to style your page content, manage the appearance of links, lists, and navigations. Here is a list to some sites to give you inspiration or some help. Some of these are really oldies but goodies, but if you're having trouble with navigation, I would try the List-O-Matic site. It gives you some really easy things that you can use CSS to make a navigation bar. So there are a lot of simple navigations and codes on this site. Make sure that you check them out. CSS codes that control hovers and rollovers, and we use these generally as pseudo classes within your navigation. there are 4 link states. There's link, visited, hover, and active. And they go in that way. There's a little acronym for this, love, hate, and that's how you should put them in. You see that this is done globally in this example. But I can create a class. And here I have created a class with .menu. So from there, I can add the pseudo link really easily to the class. As you can see, I just preceded the pseudo class that was global, and I put the class prior to it to hook it up. With that, you should be able to make a simple navigation, and hope that you experiment with this and have some fun doing so.